started his camping trip with Bob Kelly, Yamanika, and I believe Bobby Lee is going to be joining them too. And I haven't gotten any person-to-person updates. I don't want to. I feel like anything I text him would be very triggering because he's so miserable. Like, I don't want to remind him that the rest of us get to enjoy our lives while he's in Canada in October preparing to camp. But Bob Kelly did put out one Instagram video of him and Jim and Yamanika in the hotel together. And I mean, I thought Jim appeared to be in misery on the show, like in the days leading up to it in here. When I saw the reality is coming crashing in. Like, he did not have a lot of information about this trip for us, but I truly think it was because he was building a psychological wall so that he did not have to deal with the reality that he was actually going to do this. Because just on paper, it sounds unpleasant. Like, they're literally going into the woods to camp outside. And now they had to fly to Canada, go through immigration. I saw Bob Kelly's stories that, like, he was in line for, like, 2+ hours standing in line at immigration. I mean, can you imagine? 2 hour and 15-minute wait. For Bob, it's all fun because this is his deal that he's doing. But the idea of waiting in line in the airport for 2.5 hours, knowing you're going to Canada to go camping in the woods, in a tent, with Bob Kelly. We can make fun of Jim for being miserable about a lot of things. This one, no way. He is 100% on the money. Do you have the video of Jim reacting to Bob? Yeah. Let's hear it.
5 days.
And I really mean this. I was hoping they would turn me away at the border. I'm not kidding. I was hoping that they would send me back to the States and go, you don't qualify.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
It's happening. Comedy camp is here. Jimbo. Woods, dude. Woods.
Yeah.
Hours up. They're up there they're preparing the site right now. We have professional team up there, bushcrafters, preparing the site.
Bushcrafter.
Why do you hate
What's a
them?
bushcraft?
I don't know.
You're gonna find out what bushcrafter is. Yeah. You're gonna be a
What is it? Why can't you tell me?
You're gonna be one at the end of comedy camp. You'll be a bushcrafter.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying. What is that?
Bushcrafter.
That sounds racist as hell. That don't even sound right. As a black woman, do I look like I want to be a bushcrafter? That's insane.
Oh, he's not even laughing. Dude, the best part about this is, like, Yamanika is kind of putting on a show like she's miserable, but I think is still at least a little curious as to what this whole thing is going to be. Like, she's ready to go. And even the cameraman is trying to yes and a little bit with Bob. Jim won't give him anything. He's so miserable. He's like, no, I'm not kidding around. I'm not pretending like, oh, I'm miserable. Jim, how wacky is it going to be for me to go camping? He doesn't want to be there. And it is so funny. Like, Yamanika's picking up on the vibe and going like, yeah, I'm nervous too. I don't know about this. And Jim's like, whatever. I don't care what bushcrafting is. I know I hate the word. I'm not asking you what it is. I want to go home. Hopefully they'll just send him home because it's too much for him. But I would hate it too. I don't blame him at all. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm anxious to see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad it's all going to be caught on camera. I'm going to have a million questions for him. But yeah, I can't imagine. So they're starting in a hotel room, but I can't imagine the dread that sinks in, because once you're in the hotel room, you're there. It's one thing to be at home knowing, okay, in a couple days I leave for Canada. Okay, tomorrow I leave for Canada. But once you've flown there and you're in the hotel room, you know the reason you're sleeping in a hotel room is because you got to go camping with all these comedians. He's a man of means. He doesn't want to be doing this.
For 2 weeks.
Oh. Oh, and he loves his creature comforts. You know, Jim loves his creature comforts. He wants to go home with his 30 flood alarms. His
pillows.
His special pillows. His piss-soaked mattress that's temperature controlled. He wants all of his things. He knows his wife is spending recklessly. It's going to be great. I can't wait.
I think he realizes how hard sleeping is going to be for him.
Yeah, and it's not even like... That's a great point, because it's not even like he's overplaying how bad it's going to be. I think it's going to be worse.
I do, too.
I think it's going to be better.
How is it going to be better?
I just think he's going to come back with good stories.
No, better for us. You're a selfish guy. You're a selfish human being. Yes, it's going to be great for us. I mean, you're not debating that, right?
No, it's going to be funny.
Right, but for him...
I think he's going to have a good time.
No, he's not going to have a good time.
You guys are so negative.
Why do you think he's going to have a good time? Based on what? How long have you known him for?
20 years.
Okay. Intern Dom, you've known Jim for how long?
A better part of 2 weeks, probably. Yeah.
Do you think he's going to have a good time?
I don't know.
I
don't think you should under or overestimate. I think maybe there's a chance he comes back and he's a camping guy now. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he's like, you know what? I was wrong. That was actually good. I was one with nature. I had time to think about
fucking
things.
With me?
I'm not fucking with you.
Somebody's just got to be the other side.
I see. They're trying to be like, okay, let's get a discussion going.
Who loves more to be by themselves and talking to themselves?
He's going to be with Yamanika.
Yeah,
Yamanika talks more than he does.
Not all the time. He can be alone, in his tent, talking to himself.
I fucking hate bears. I hope there's no bears here. It's fucking bears.
But talking to himself's not the problem.
I'm just saying maybe he'll get something out of it.
He's got plenty.
That's all I'm saying.
You don't have to go camping to talk to yourself.
No, I know. You could drive.
You could drive for 6 hours trying to avoid driving next to the border. You could do anything you want. There's so many ways.
I'm just trying to be positive. I'm
For
a positive
once.
guy.
You're not. You're not.
Always positive.
I think that you're pretending to be positive.
I'm not pretending.
Because you want to make sure that you put only energy out there that results in Jim staying the entire time.
I mean, you think he might leave early?
Oh, I could easily see him going enough.
That would be so bad.
I could easily see him figuring out a reason to leave early. Yes. I think there are
manufacturing. I gotta go. My wife.
Something happening, or realizing there's something in the deal that goes okay, we would have to send this person home if they started doing this.
So you think he maybe is just in his tent?
I mean, dude,
reading his contract over and over and over again, trying to find the loophole.
Is it out of the realm of possibility that he will go to them and go, "Hey guys, I can't breathe at night. I can't. I mean, I would love to stay, but this isn't healthy. I can't breathe. I got to go home so I can breathe."
No, because he's doing it for his friend.
And he'd probably breathe.
He's not a good friend.
Better out in nature.
Yeah, he nicer. Better, cleaner air.
Would he breathe better in nature, or would he have panic attacks because he'd realize?
No, he's not gonna have a panic attack.
Of course, he's gonna have.
He's a grown man.
When you sleep out in the woods,
it's so good,
and it's that quiet, and you're used to a sound machine.
Yeah,
it's so quiet. You can hear yourself breathing.
Just go to sleep with your AirPods in.
And he can't breathe at night.
Yeah. He's fucked.
The sunrise and sunset reset your circadian rhythm.
Yeah. I don't think he's worried about his circadian rhythm.
No, he's never brought up his circadian rhythm once. We could go through the Jim hates list and the Jim's loves list. You'll never find the circadian rhythm on there. He's never even considered it. He's never thought to himself, you know what would improve my life?
I need a good reset.
Yeah, I'd reset it of what? My circadian rhythm.
Maybe he doesn't know about it.
I don't know where Travis is even coming from.
A positive place.
I know where
Mike's
Mike's.
Visit one day.
I know where I know where Mike's coming from. But Mike, I don't think, is acting with empathy. Mike is acting from his own perspective. He goes swimming in cold water. Okay? You're that type of guy. You're like, it'd be good for me. Jumping in the fucking whatever, the Hudson River in January.
It's the East River. I swim laps in the East River.
Oh, whatever it is.
Good for
does
the back.
wonders for your back.
Yeah. Jim wouldn't do that either, regardless of circadian rhythm.
And you forget, too, that a lot of Jim's life revolves around shitting.
The shitting. You guys haven't even thought of that.
You can still shit.
You don't.
He literally plans flights based on okay, what's the plan for shitting?
Listen, I've been consistent for the last 2 weeks talking about this. I think it's going to be a more positive experience than he is planning on it.
You've been consistent because you're a fuck. That's why you've right. That's why. Is that why he's been saying that?
He's trying to be
contrarian.
Yes.
Not everything is a work like you.
It's all a work. You're more of a worker than I am.
You think I worked my way into a shoot?
No, I mean I've traveled with him before. I've watched him when he gets into rhythms of deciding he definitely needs Starbucks every 20 minutes.
Oh my God!
He's not going to have Starbucks.
I didn't even think about
He's
that.
not going to have Starbucks.
All right, that's a snag.
It's going to be a problem.
I'm willing to admit the cons in my theory.
Okay.
That's why.
All right. As long as you're living in reality.
Coffee. I didn't think about coffee.
Yeah.
He needs coffee.
And he doesn't want to be around people all the time. He doesn't want to wake up and see his friends there.
Well, maybe he won't be. We don't know how close together these people are.
Well, he doesn't want to sleep in a tent alone either.
Yeah.
A bear will eat him.
Can't sleep. Bear will eat me.
That's right. Everybody says that. Patrick in Canada.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Like, does he realize that a lot of the campgrounds in the woods in northern Canada have a box to shit on in the woods? A wooden box?
You mean that as a negative, right?
Well, I mean, that's what we do. That's what we're used to.
Right. I mean, yeah. And some people would say, hey, it's not so bad. It's not like he has to dig a hole. But this is a guy with bidets on all of his toilets. You know, he literally paid thousands of dollars for a Japanese, like, height of technology toilet.
Oh, my God.
I mean, this is going to be trouble.
Yeah, but sometimes it's good to get out of your comfort zone.
You think Jim
For sure, but
likes to get out of his comfort zone?
Sounds like a bear barreling through the woods.
If
you're not used to it.
That's right. He'll hear the crinkles of the leaves. And I'm sure, I mean, you could probably speak to this better than any of us could, but I'm sure, especially if you're new to this, that your mind, like, goes crazy. Like goes crazy with the possibilities of, oh, what could that be? Oh, I just heard that. Oh, what's that? Oh, am I in danger?
Oh, I've been doing this for 20 years, and I just came back from a 4-day solo trip, and I was shit-baked all night long.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there are acorns falling on my house because I live in, there are trees around us, and it's the fall, and the acorns come and they hit the roof, and I'm sleeping indoors, and at nighttime, I walk around the house with a shotgun because I think there's a prowler inside because I hear those acorns. I can't imagine being out in the woods.
No, and it's actually what they call the moose rut right now.
Oh.
So mating season for moose in northern Canada.
No, you're not.
They're the most dangerous animal you could probably encounter.
And they're horny right now. The only thing more and I read this too because I watched a Bear Grylls show, and he said the only thing more dangerous than a moose is a horny moose, and they're fucking now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jim's gonna get fucked by a moose.
Yep. Moose is gonna fuck him.
And he looks like a lady moose.
He'd probably enjoy it.
He probably would. He's good. Thank you, Patrick. I think I'm shifting over to the positive side of things. I think he's gonna come back with a new. He's gonna come back with a new kink. John in Connecticut.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up,
I
John?
want a microphone in Jim's head so I can hear Edgar and all the other voices screaming.
just real terror coming out of Chip Chipperson.
What was that? April Fool's?
Yeah.
I'm punching out.
Thank you, John. He's going to short circuit all the voices just talking to him all at once. Oh, man. It's not going to be good. Dom, I understand you've only known him for 2 weeks. You're being optimistic. You lived in Australia. It's a very optimistic place, Australia.
It is?
Oh, my God. The Australian
it's pretty
people.
optimistic.
It's super optimistic because Australia's beautiful and the people are beautiful and they got nothing. They got
Nothing to worry about.
nothing to worry about.
Don't they have all sorts of murderous wildlife?
Yeah.
But that's
yeah.
but that's
like
way out there.
Everything on the top 10 list that can kill you, it's like, 7 or 8 of the items or something.
Don't you have to search your bedroom for massive spiders when you walk in?
Yeah, I mean, I do that anyway, but,
Sure.
it's like...
He's called being
and then
prepared.
I'm like, oh, yeah, it's the spiders, yeah.
Yeah, big deal. You avoid a black widow spider. The beaches, I'm talking about. The beaches are great. There are sharks, but the beaches are incredible.
The jellyfish that wrap around you, yeah.
I mean, haven't you seen at the Outback Steakhouse? No rules, just right. Like, everybody's having a good time. Crocodile Dundee is chilling all the time.
That's
Bloomin'
true.
onions
That's
for
fun
everyone.
onion, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
I watched one of those ASMR-ish videos on how they make a bloomin' onion. It's so satisfying to watch.
Really?
Yeah, watching them like cut it open, and then they like dip the whole thing. They cut it first, and then they dip the whole thing in the fryer, and you watch it bloom.
I thought they just came like that.
You just buy them, and I thought you just buy them and nuke them. Yeah.
Is this it?
I mean, it was like that. It was a reel or whatever, but I'm sure it's the same shit. Yeah.
Wow.
They're so good. Thank you, by the way, for the bloomin' onions, Don.
My pleasure.
Your people, I mean. They're great.
I'll take credit for it.
You should. I would, too, if I were you.
Is this an Australian delicacy?
Of course it's an Australian delicacy, because it's not...
I thought it was just something Outback made to serve to people.
Well, that's the Outback. Yeah, that's why...
After the bread.
You've been to steakhouses before, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many.
Uh-huh.
How many have the bloomin' onion?
One.
Which one?
The Outback Steakhouse.
Okay, well, why do they call it the Outback Steakhouse?
It says place of origin United States, though. So
well, that's incorrect.
We like to co-opt a lot of things.
The Outback Steakhouse is an Australian restaurant.
yeah, if you say it in an accent, it's from Australia.
I don't understand.
That's authentic Australian cuisine.
Like, that's why you can't believe what you read on the internet.
No.
Yeah.
And that's lesson number one, because the bloomin' onion is clearly an Australian delicacy.
And the bread.
The bread, too. You guys do great honey wheat bread in Australia. The butter melts right on it. Sometimes I get an extra bread to go on the way out.
Well, you have to. You live in the States. It's not every day you can get that.
That's right. To go and get the Australian...
It's a treat.
Honey wheat bread. It's really
That's
quite
probably,
good.
honestly, that's probably why this longshoreman strike ended so quickly, because we wouldn't have been able to get the bread.
You mean you think it's because it's brought over by boat?
Yeah.
Because it's brought over in such quantities that it wouldn't be cost effective.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's probably right.
You're picking it up.
I think that's probably right. Yeah. Justin in Colorado.
Hey, boys, I was wondering, what do you think the odds are that this puts Jim in touch with nature and he ends up living in a van with Adrian in Colorado?
By the way, that's a deep cut, but yeah, I think there's a chance, Adrian used to work for us at the very beginning of Jim&Sam, and one day he decided it was his dream to live in a van in Colorado.
Why you say it like that?
Because I'd never heard of him before, and I'd known him for like a few years at that point. But, I mean, to his credit, I think he still lives in a van in Colorado, so, I mean, shout out to him. It did become his dream.
He's doing like whitewater rafting tours.
Yeah. So, shout out to him. He's got a dog, he's got a van, he's living his life, but... Yeah, I think there is, I guess, a possibility that...
So then why is it so crazy when I say that?
That Jim could decide he has a new dream?
No.
It's not crazy. I've learned, and I learned from my experiences with human beings.
That maybe he'll get in touch with nature.
And you can just like, oh, this is my dream now.
That's not what we're talking about.
Well, dude, that's the only reason you do it.
I just think he might have a more positive experience. I don't think he's going to suddenly wake up and have a new dream after previously saying that he was living his current dream.
You dream every night. Yeah.
You're conflating the issue.
This is my dream. Oh,
weird. I thought being a radio producer was your dream.
No, not anymore. Okay. Good for you. Well, there were small dreams coming true. It was it was a good and bad, I guess, sports weekend for people in New York. The Cowboys had did you Mike, I'm assuming you didn't watch most of the Cowboys game.
I'm fucking exhausted.
Did you watch it?
I'm on about 3.5 hours of sleep.
Because usually you say, like, maybe the Cowboys are the exception.
The Cowboys are the exception.
Oh, they fucked you good.
If they're on, I stay up.
Oh, man.
Week 5?
Hey.
All right.
You're
a real
week
fan.
Leave.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to support your team.
No, got to support the team.
Yeah, I did not. I mean, I was watching, I flipped it over at like 8:30 and looking at the wide shots of the Lightning above the stadium in Pittsburgh. And I was like, yeah, this is tough. I thought but they started like 9:30, I want to say?
Like 9:15 they were coming back out for warm-ups.
Yeah.
I was hoping they were going to just delay until Monday night.
Wouldn't that have been great?
It would have been very nice. I'd be refreshed right now.
But no, they said we can get it. Now, the negative is Mike Montano's very tired. The positive is they said that Dak Prescott was able to throw 2 touchdowns in 2 days in one game, which has never been done before.
Yeah, I guess is this the only time that they've ever had a night game that's gotten delayed like that?
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Long enough to go past midnight on the East Coast, maybe.
There must have been games that lasted past midnight, except maybe nobody ever threw a touchdown both before and after midnight. Like, it must have happened before. It couldn't have been unprecedented. Because if a game had never gone to midnight on the East Coast, they probably would have said something about this is the latest start that a game has ever had,
true.
right?
Yeah, it would have been nice if they would have gotten just the commercials out of the way when they were recapping everything that happened during the day for the fourth time.
Wouldn't it have? Imagine calling the advertisers going like, hey, we're just going to run all your shit in the beginning. Yeah, no, it was, for as many games as they play on Sunday, boy, did they do a lot of recapping. And it is remarkable the power that the NFL has, because you're talking about network television prime time. And they go, well, we're just going to spend the next 2 hours stretching and recapping, I guess.
Yeah, would you like to see what happened with Washington again?
Yeah. No, we know what. I mean, it's remarkable what's been happening with Washington, but we saw it. Yeah. So I think. I mean, were you happy that you saw?
Oh, I was thrilled.
Okay. Yeah. Now, do you get buzzed when you after the game? Do you need is there a cool down period for you as a fan?
It took a few minutes to fall asleep. I got right in bed as literally as soon as they made the tackle on the last play of the game. I just turned the TV off.
Well, you didn't need any of the recapping.
No, normally I'll stay up for that. Like I'll watch some highlights back or something. But
sure.
it was not happening.
No. What time did the game actually end?
I think I got in bed at like 1:04.
Oh. And that was literally like if you're going to watch the whole game, the earliest you could have gotten in. Man, playing football at 1 o'clock in the morning is wild. Something. Yeah. That is really something. Yeah, but Dak got himself a stat.
Yeah.
And they won.
Yeah, oh no, it was a great finish too.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Sports,
yeah. I mean, they should probably start the Sunday night.
It would be nice, but then it would cut into the whole football night in America hour that they have to do, where they recap everything that's just been recapped at the end of the 4 o'clock games.
I mean, yeah, but NFL fans will watch all of it.
Well, you need recaps.
You guys love recaps. We love recaps.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Oh, he's also the first player to throw an interception in
two separate. Yeah, he's got two of them.
Yeah.
He's got two of them.
Touchdown record and the interception
for the rest of his life.
Of stuff for the trophy case.
Yeah, that's right. 2 touchdowns, same game, 2 days. He's got to be for the rest of his life. He's going to be watching games with a stopwatch, going, "Please don't start the like praying that stat never gets broken," because that is one of those stats that it's so weird and everything has to line up in such a way that you could hold on to that forever, theoretically.
Yeah, that's one of those things you find out that it was set in 1920 or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I would imagine if it was set in 1920, they didn't have lights in the stadium. They're just playing in the dark.
You have to light it with gas.
Yeah.
A guy with a flame on a stick going from bulb to bulb.
It would have been sick to watch, though.
Oh, definitely.
For sure. Yeah, so I figured you'd be happy with the Cowboys. A lot of Jets fans very, very upset.
Why? What happened?
Well, Aaron Rodgers didn't do great.
Really?
Yeah. And right from the beginning of the game, too.
He threw 2 touchdowns.
Well, he didn't. Yeah, no. They were pretty bummed out. Even Aaron Rodgers had to say this wasn't
up to standard.
This wasn't the standard that I usually perform at.
All right. I thought 2 touchdowns was really good.
Well,
maybe 3 interceptions and 1 to end the game isn't good, but
that's the problem is and this is
told you I'm a positive.
This is your biggest flaw.
Mine
is that you live only on the positive side of the street. Yeah, and you only see the benefits.
Yeah.
Like you running around trying to high five Jets fans going 2 touchdowns didn't make anybody feel better. Made nobody feel better.
I mean, Vikings had some turnovers too.
Understood, but the interceptions were tough,
especially the last one.
Yeah. That was the one that really got really in the and it's almost because Jets and Mets fans are the same people.
Yes, yeah.
So it's almost like we gave you up until Saturday. Well, what time did the Jets game?
The Jets game was 9:30 in the morning
on Saturday.
Sunday.
So yeah.
Yesterday was the longest day of football ever.
Right. That's right. So we gave you. That's why I didn't watch it. Yeah, we gave you Saturday night because the Mets won on Saturday night.
Did they?
Yes, that was because they're 1-1 with Philly right now.
Oh, they played yesterday. They lost yesterday. So yeah, it was like New York fans, like Queens fans. All the Queens fans
We'll give you Friday. We'll give you Saturday. On Sunday, we're going to remember why you hate
Right,
your life.
because that Saturday Mets game was incredible.
Incredible. They were down like 2-0 for a while.
Yeah.
And then, boom, they came back in the end.
That Sunday was just a piece of shit day for these guys.
Well, yeah.
I mean, fans of the Mets.
Of the Mets, of the Metropolitans. And
Because you watch the Jets game, and you're like, well, 2 touchdowns, that was really good, but we still lost. At least we have the Mets later.
And then no, you do not have the Mets later. The Philadelphia has the Phillies later. And I guess this is the first time the Mets and the Phillies have played in the playoffs.
Is it?
Somebody told me that, which was very surprising. Yeah.
That is surprising.
Very surprising. I saw there was a television broadcast with some very enthusiastic Mets fans. That we saw some familiar faces in there. And, you know,
I should have had that ready.
I feel like in the regular season, the Mets had the grimace. The grimace. A lot of people feel that the grimace from McDonald's is what brought the Mets to the playoffs. You know, what gave them this
Courtesy
unbelievable season. Yeah, that Vito from the Bennington Show brought the grimace to the Mets, and now, you know, they're having this dreamlike season, and people are wondering who is going to carry the Mets through the postseason and bring them to all the glory that they need to. And, you know, glory be to God, I think we found the Mets mascot for the postseason.
Real roller coaster. It's been one of the most fun seasons of my life. It's been a whirlwind of emotions. I mean, it looked bleak. It looked horrible in May, but then somehow June we came together, and I said, I think we might sneak into playoffs, and who knows where from there. We did it.
Our old pal, Daniel Bobo Curlin. You know, the world has a way. The world sometimes tries to silence Daniel Bobo Curlin, but he will not have it.
Good luck, world.
Nope. Daniel Bobo Curlin. Some people have the DNA to just be a star. And no matter where he is, I mean, Citi Field was full. It was full of
And it was
people.
just a watch party.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah, the game wasn't even there. That was a watch party.
Oh my, and so the new Fox 5 decides to show up to Citi Field. It's full of Mets fans. All you see is blue and orange. As far as anybody can look. And who do they encounter? Mr. Charisma, Daniel Bobo Curlin. And if you look at that 19-second clip, you get maybe, 3 from the first dude, 2 from the next dude, and then Daniel just takes it. Whoever edited this said, no.
That's a start.
That's a start. We are not cutting off.
The first guy got 1 second.
Right. 1 second.
Second guy got 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
And then Daniel got, let's see.
Oh, it's still going. That bar is just filling.
Well, he's media trained. He knows how to kind of string things out.
They didn't realize they had
he knows how to fill time.
Yeah, they didn't realize they had a radio personality on their hands. It's still going.
He got 16 seconds.
16 seconds. And there were spaces in there, by the way. There were cut spaces. They decided not to. But that's what everybody knows Bobo's gold.
And everybody knows that he's spitting facts.
He is spitting facts.
Good for Dan.
And I said, maybe we'll go to the playoffs, and here we are.
He's crushing it.
Can we hear that again? The raw, unbridled enthusiasm. Is that boosted as far as it'll go?
That is as far as it'll go.
Unbridled enthusiasm.
Yes.
That's what led to Billy Mumphrey's downfall.
Mike's a reader.
Real roller coaster. It's been one of the most fun seasons of my life. It's been a whirlwind of emotions. I mean, it looked bleak. It looked horrible in May, but then somehow June we came together, and I said, I think we might sneak into playoffs, and who knows where from there. We did it.
We did do it.
He did it.
We did it. Because in May, he's right. In May, it looked bleak, but that's the beauty of sport. In May, it looked bleak, and then June, all of a sudden, things start getting better. Mike, I know you're a Mets fan. Did you think to yourself, maybe we could sneak into the playoffs?
Not in May, but after
in June. He said in June.
June. Yeah, once things got cooking. Despite a few angry shouts at the TV from my father in late August. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great to hear John Montone in his full news voice cursing at the television set?
Oh, he goes nuts.
Does he?
Yeah. Usually Usually complaining about them and sportscasters who I can't name because it might jeopardize his commercial deal.
Oh, that's awesome. He wants, there's an integrity to broadcasting.
Oh, yeah.
That he wants to maintain. I swear, I don't remember who tweeted me this, but when I was like, why are they tweeting me about the Mets? Oh, my God. Bobo made it onto Fox 5. Good for you, Bobo. Bobo has been on the show many, many times and has only ever delivered gold. But I think now the whole world is finding out.
He looks good.
By the way, he does look good.
Real nice clean shave.
Absolutely.
He looks great. Good for him.
Can you pull up that tweet again? I thought there was something... By Bobo tweeting Superhuman is the funniest thing I've ever seen. But he tweets the way he talks. By the way, his tweet starts with, by the way, Fox 5 New interviewed me, and I did record it and saw myself on TV.
It's like Inception.
Okay. All right. Because I'm sure there were a lot of questions. By the way, 80,000 views.
Yeah. 80,000 views.
80,000 views because people want to see. And let me tell you right now, not one of those views was for the 1-seconders.
63 retweets, 518 likes.
The only reason anybody else is in that compilation video is because they requested a compilation video. You know, the news is stuck in their old ways of being like, well, we have to get the man on the street stuff, and it has to be a compilation of multiple people talking. They don't realize that the money would just be, here's our in-stadium correspondent, Daniel Bobo Curlin. And there are people that are accusing him in the comments of loying, which I don't think he is.
No, I don't think.
You know, I detected no loys.
It is funny.
Oh, is he back?
This is the watch party 2 days ago.
And I saw people pointing out, they said the chain is fire, and that chain is fire. So is he there for all the... Was that the same watch party that they interviewed him for?
No, he was interviewed when they beat the Brewers to advance to the series against the Phillies.
And this is Philly Game 1?
This was Game 1 of the Phillies series, and I noticed... See all these people sitting back here?
Yeah.
They're in the shade.
Well, Daniel's got a hat on. He doesn't need that bullshit.
Somebody decided to sit in the sun.
Sure.
Because these watch parties, it's general admission. It's like, just come in and grab a seat.
If I remember correctly, the game was on around 3 o'clock or something like that?
It was like a 4
o'clock?
Start, yeah.
So, okay, so we got a nice amount of sun beating down on you.
Yeah.
Got a good 3 hours of sunlight left. That's good.
Well, that's why there's so many people in the shade.
Sure.
Because they're like, oh, it's sit wherever you want.
I choose the shade.
I choose the shade.
Well, he wants to tan. He wants to get that golden...
Need some vitamin D.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, and they watch on the screen. I love that he's going to all the watch parties. How much does it cost to get into one of those?
Those are free.
You could just show up and go?
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Oh, I didn't know you... No wonder he's showing up to all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just like, hey, come watch the game at Citi Field.
I thought they might be like at least trying to get a 20 spot or something for it.
Well, I'm sure they sell concessions.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Hey, we got nothing going on today.
Yeah, but Bobo is very aware of value when he sees it, and I guarantee you he's sitting there baking under the sun.
Is it $10?
$10?
Yeah, it says tickets are $10 each, all net proceeds benefiting the Mets.com/watch party. Yeah, $10 each. All net proceeds. Sorry,
benefits the
benefit the website.
No. Sorry, Amazing Mets Foundation. That's what it says.
Yeah. Okay. I thought they was going to server costs.
No, yeah.
You want us to have a website? Come to these watch parties then.
Angel Fire's not cheap.
Yeah, we gotta get the premium so the banners don't pop up at the bottom. I guarantee you, he's sitting there baking in the sun, not having one bite to eat or drop to drink. He's aware.
Yeah.
He spent all his money on that sick chain.
Well, he did tell people that it's plastic, actually.
You're kidding me. Wow.
Yeah. Somebody said that chain is straight fire. He said it actually plastic.
Oh.
And they sell it online or at the souvenir shop in the ballpark.
Okay.
I got one for all my favorite sports teams.
So it's not actually made of fire.
No, and it's not chain. It's not metal.
Oh, I thought he was correct. See, he said that train is straight fire.
Oh, yeah.
So when he said it's actually plastic, I thought, grammatically.
You might be right.
Because you can make a chain out of something that's not metal. Chain, by definition, doesn't have to be metal, but fire is fire. Yeah. So Bobo said, actually, no, it's not fire at all.
I hate to correct you.
It's plastic.
So I'm sure he'll talk about this on his podcast.
Bobo has a podcast?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Best seat in the house.
Is the name of the podcast? Uh-huh. Does he do it with Vito from Bennington?
No.
Oh.
No, Vito works for the Mets.
Yeah, but he does a podcast.
For the Mets.
Oh, it's Bobo does not host the official Mets podcast.
No.
It's a fan cast.
Which means they can really say whatever they want, because they're not bound by,
I like that.
Yeah.
So that way when management needs a good talking to, Bobo can let him have it.
Sometimes you can't be honest if you're getting paid by, the team.
And also, you don't have to maintain that professionalism. You can just have that raw, unbridled enthusiasm.
Yeah. Best seat in the house.
Wow, look at that. Was Eastside Dave on that with them?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or is he just like Dave? He might just like Dave. I like Dave. I get that. That's cool. Throw Dave on the photo. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Good for Daniel.
That's great. It wasn't, it was a great weekend up until Sunday for Mets fans, obviously. Daniel, very, very enthusiastic. Wasn't as good a weekend for everybody else. I mean, I've never seen a movie get torn down so quickly as I am Joker 2. I mean, they spared no expense in promoting this thing. They got the big stars for it. How come, when they had this in film festivals, nobody told anybody that it was shit? Didn't they give it a standing ovation?
Yeah, but they give everything a standing ovation.
Oh. Because there was no mention that it was shit until they started letting fans see it. And then every fan was like, this is terrible. And then every reviewer was like, also, this is terrible. Joker box office shocker, folie à Dieu bombs, okay, with $40 million opening after receiving a D cinema score. You don't want a D cinema score. D's nuts. Nice. That's what the movie is. Yeah, that's what they should have called it. Joker D's nuts. I mean,
I've never seen a movie get this bad word of mouth.
Me neither. And spirals so quickly, and it's not even that thing that you get. I've seen like a few people try to spin it where it's like, you guys just don't like musicals. It's like, no, I don't think that's it. You guys just don't like when people go in a different direction. No, I don't think that's it.
No, I've heard it's just bad.
Yeah, that's all I'm hearing about it.
And they've done everything they can to keep the fact that it's a musical out of the marketing.
Which is like,
everybody knows.
Everybody knows because that's the original marketing. The pre-marketing was all like, hey, it's a musical. And then they started going, this is what they say. Well, there are musical elements.
Yeah, I didn't mean like a musical.
I don't understand why they keep making musicals if they're too afraid to admit that things are musicals. Like, when that Mean Girls musical movie came out, nobody saw it. It was, I feel like there were trailers for 3 days, and then they were just like, well, that didn't happen. But they made a trailer for that thing that looked like, hey, remember the movie Mean Girls? We're releasing the exact same movie, but with new people. But
it's no hint that it was a musical.
No, they would rather people think this is the same movie again than a musical. And it's like, if you have to hide musicals to this degree to get people to see the movie, stop making musicals. Just don't make them. Right? Just like if it wasn't a musical, you wouldn't have to pretend it wasn't a musical.
But when you do promote that it's a musical, good things happen. Look at La La Land.
But that's 1.
South Park.
2. Cats.
3. But they suffered from no buttholes.
They did. That was a huge controversy. That it's like if these cats don't have buttholes, and if they really did edit out Jason Derulo's penis with CGI,
that's just bad press altogether.
Which, by the way, the only source that they edited out Jason Derulo's penis using CGI was Jason Derulo.
Yeah, but you would say that too. You'd be like, "Nah, look at that. They edited out my penis.
My penis was there, and they edited it out. It was very big." Okay,
that's why it's so smooth.
I guess I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're saying this is it's not, and the criticisms that I've heard haven't even been like that people don't like it because it's a musical. Mm-hmm. People just don't like it because it's a bad movie. Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see it now.
Yeah, this kind of makes me want to see it.
Because it's so bad?
So I want to see that. It's so bad.
And didn't they give it like $100 million budget?
Yeah, it got a huge budget.
I mean, you know how much money you have to make back $100 million budget? $101 million.
Let's see. It did half the business of the first Joker in its launch, despite costing more than 3 times as much to make. $190 million.
It cost $190 million to make?
Yeah.
I guess with marketing and everything, right?
Yeah.
Wow. The good news is we're getting Hangover 4.
Oh, yeah. He needs to make some movie.
Oh, yeah, he does. Todd Phillips is going to have to re-strategize here, because right now he's gone from, like, the talk of the town to persona non grata.
Yeah, Joker cost $55 million to make.
Yeah, that's what you want. $55 million to make with a ridiculous profit. Like, if your movie, if you cost
$1 billion.
Okay, well then why? Like, if I'm Todd Phillips, I'm not going, okay, well if that made $1 billion, give me $100 million this time to make another one. I'm going like, okay, let's try to repeat that success.
Megalopolis has a better cinema score.
You're kidding me.
D+.
Oh, I'd much rather have a D+ than a D. Because a D is like, you came, like, you would have failed except the teacher had sympathy for you. Mm-hmm. They found some place to give you 1 extra point. That's a D. D+ is like, you definitely didn't fail, but you didn't do well.
Close to a C-.
Right. Like, that's almost in the 70s.
It's the worst cinema score for a superhero movie, because this is what it's classified as, because the Joker is...
Supervillain.
Comic book.
Yeah.
Ever?
Worse than Ben Affleck Batman?
Worse than the Marvels.
Worse than the Marvels. Worse than the one where...
Worse than the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, that's humiliating. I mean, everybody associated with this has to be embarrassed. I want to see it, but I do feel like... I don't know if I want to...
It'll be on Max in like 3 weeks.
That's what I'll wait for. I'll wait until it's on Max. Maybe you do an edible. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, not like strap in. I'm going to see a real bad movie.
And that might kick it up a notch.
Right. Let me get a biggie bag.
Yeah.
Let me get an edible. Yeah. Let me watch Fale Adieu. Yeah. I mean, the move would have been just do another Joker movie and put Batman in it. Yeah, emo Batman. Put emo Batman in the Joker movie and you'll make $1 billion. It doesn't even have to be a good movie. If you just make a movie similar to the last one and put emo Batman in it, you're good to go. But instead, you're like, what if we put Lady Gaga? And then I was reading all this stuff that they were like, it's not based at all on the comic books. Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn has nothing to do with the pre-established Harley Quinn characters. And I mean, why? Why take a property with a fan base and go, no, we're not going to do anything like what you like?
I applaud the swing.
Do you?
Yeah, sure. Take a chance. Do something different. Sometimes it works out.
Yeah, but I mean, look.
The Substance was different.
The Substance didn't have $100 million of studio money invested.
Nah, that's a good point.
You get fucked up when you fuck with the studio's money. Everybody knows that. I know.
What's going on?
It's shocking. It's frustrating. You're thinking about the studio's perspective, right?
By this.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, the first one was so good. It's like, what are you doing? Why wouldn't you stick with the formula?
Just stick with the formula. Here's what you do. Okay, here's the Joker 2. He breaks out of Arkham Asylum. He puts the makeup back on. He starts killing people. And Batman tries to stop him. That's
Batman?
Emo Batman. Okay. Twilight Batman. Easy emo Batman. He's very brooding, but emo Batman doesn't try to stop him until Act 3. And they don't tell anybody that emo Batman's in it. Do you understand? Act 1, Joker breaks out of Arkham Asylum. Mm-hmm. Act 2...
Which is impressive on its own.
It's very impressive because it's real hard to escape from. There's so many villains in there. Some of them are like literally human bats. Yep. Act 2, and by the way, he interacts. In Act 1, he interacts with some of the other villains in there. So you're like, oh, that's the Todd Phillips version of this one. That's the Todd Phillips version of that one. He does not interact with the Riddler because we don't want to tip off the fact that this is the same universe. Okay? Smart, right?
I'm with you.
We don't want to see Paul Dano in there because then we know emo Batman is around the corner. Act 2, he's out of Arkham, he starts killing people. And he does it in clever Joker ways. He's got a bright suit on. Maybe he does a dance in the stairs in Brooklyn. Whatever you want to do. Act 3, who stops him? Emo Batman. Does that sound like a good movie, Troy? Would you see that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. But instead, it's like, what if he sang songs with Lady Gaga?
Post-credit scene, Uma Thurman, Poison Ivy?
Oh, that's right. And you just hear. You don't see it. You hear from behind her. Chill. And then Joker just looks up at the camera with wide eyes, and then it goes black. Yeah. Of course. And then everybody be leaving the theater going, oh my God, Arnold, Mr. Freeze, Emo Batman, and Todd Phillips Joker in one movie? You wouldn't watch that? I hope James Gunn is listening right now. Because I just saved, Todd Phillips has said, I mean, all these quotes are coming out about this thing. Todd Phillips has said he's not going to continue on with DC projects anymore.
Yeah, he said this was the last one.
And it's like, DC was like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, we made that decision for you.
Obviously, this is the last one. No, it was meant to be a 2-part. Oh, really?
Actually, I quit, actually.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't even say this before. I never intended to do another Joker movie after this. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, and also, Todd Phillips is like out in the press going like, please do not blame James Gunn for this. Just know that these are all my decisions. Have you seen that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he is saying that, like, to make sure. And I'm sure that's because the studio's like, look, because people started blaming James Gunn and being like, you took over DC and this would happen to the Joker franchise.
I thought he had nothing to do with this, though, because, like, that's not really a DC.
Exactly, and that's what Todd Phillips said. He was like, I need everybody to know this is Warner, this is not DC.
Right.
But I think the reason that that's being clarified now is probably because the studio was like, hey, you need to fall on this sword. We can't have you screwing up our entire DCU.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I just assumed, but I'm sure a lot of people don't know that.
Either don't know that or also, want to blame James Gunn for it.
Yeah.
Because
but a lot of people don't, like, know the specifics of that stuff. Like,
of course.
How many people just figured, like, Spider-Man was a Marvel movie until, like...
Well, technically, it's a Sony movie that's like, licensed from this, and we have to bring the Sony universe into the Marvel universe, and
people just assume.
Yes.
Like, oh, that's Spider-Man, that's a Marvel movie.
Yes.
Oh, they're Morbin again, that must be a Marvel movie.
That's a Marvel movie. No, that's the Sony MCU.
Yeah, the better one.
The better one. With Morbius, Spider-Man,
Venom,
Kraven.
There's like another Venom coming out? I had no idea.
It might, yeah. And people are actually kind of excited about it.
People like it.
They're making a Kraven movie.
Yes.
Nuts. Yeah. I don't know why. They figured like he was the villain in the video game. We can make a movie out of this. I'm not 100% sure that people want to see. Troy, would you want to go see a Kraven movie?
No, I don't give a shit.
Okay, see, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about there's a lot of Troys out there, Really just couldn't give a shit less.
What about Morbin 2?
It's Morbin time?
Yeah.
That script's been in development for a little while. I've heard a lot of good things. But that's what made Morbius so successful, is that, like, he's the only superhero with the power to morb. I remember when he said it in the first one, and it's when the whole movie kind of came together.
When he said, it's Morbin time?
It's Morbin time, and he grabbed his belt buckle. And he turned into a vampire.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never seen anything like this. I like Sony way better. This is great. So, yeah. Shout out to the Joker, too. I mean, maybe, who knows? Maybe, it would be great if it became one of those, like, bad movies that you have to see, and it ended up making its money back.
Like The Room?
Yeah. Yeah, like in the next 2 weeks. Because I think a lot of times these movies have, like, contracts with all the theater chains that they will be on screens for 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks is usually the time. If in the next 2 weeks everybody's like, I got to see how bad this is. Because you both, Travis and Troy, you both said, I kind of want to see it now because it's so bad. If enough people want to see it because it's so bad, maybe it'll break even.
No.
You know who's psyched? Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie's super psyched because that means that she's still Harley Quinn. Nobody's buying the Lady Gaga Harley Quinn Halloween costumes. Nope. People are either going as Margot Robbie Harley Quinn or the Menendez brothers for Halloween this year.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be huge.
Intern Dom, you could probably be one of the Menendez, I think, for Halloween.
Which one?
I think Eric. There's an innocence in your eyes. I think Eric. I'm going to go Eric. I think, you know what? I bet Mike could pull off Lyle.
What distinguishes the difference between the two, though?
Well, I've always drawn inspiration from them. So
yeah. Well, Lyle is
the molestation.
No, because of the other thing.
Okay.
Michael, I heard you on the air this morning. No, I think because Lyle was more. I mean, this isn't something I'm associating with you necessarily, Mike, but he's a little bit more of the kind of douchey jock bro, and you could portray that better.
That feels like it is being cast.
No, you could portray it better.
I prefer to think of myself as Sporty Spice.
That's right. Yeah. Lyle Menendez was the Sporty Spice of the Menendez, which is why I associate it with you, whereas Eric was really more of the Baby Spice. And that's how I see Dom.
The innocence of Baby Spice.
So either Sporty Spice and Baby Spice, or Eric and Lyle Menendez. But I think you guys could get together, and maybe for the Halloween show, be a pretty convincing set of either Menendez or Dom. I think you could pull off Emma Bunton pretty well.
It's uncanny.
Yeah. Do you think?
Hello.
I brought my own track pants. Does anybody have a halter top?
Hope you like Adidas.
I decided to put my hair in a top pony for authenticity.
It's a scrunchie.
When two become one. Yeah. I wonder, speaking of pop stars and bad weekends for people, I do wonder if this is the week that some Diddy accomplices start spelling out, because it feels like every time I'm looking at the news, every time any of this comes up, there's another story about Diddy accomplices, whether it's like now there's 180 victims, or there's a lot of high-profile people that want to keep this quiet, or there's a sex tape with an A-lister, or anything. There's so many stories, and every time you turn around, there's another piece of tape from some old show, some old interview, some old talk show where they're saying some shit. Either Diddy saying it or somebody saying it about Diddy, where in this new context, you're like, what the hell was going on? And how long was it happening for?
Wasn't there like a Bono clip yesterday where he's
I didn't see the Bono clip.
He's trying to Diddy's trying to kiss him at an award ceremony?
What? No, not Bono.
Maybe that's the one I didn't see coming.
Bono? No, not Bono.
No, they didn't get Bono, did they?
No, they couldn't get... Oh, geez. He is trying to kiss him on his lip. Oh, yeah, he was going for it. Maybe he was just trying to thank him for the free music on his iPhone.
Did he swing and a miss this man?
Oh, he tried. Bono was like, nope.
No, man.
And the way Bono turned away, it was one of those, I know all about you. I know what your plan is. I know what you do. No, thank you, sir.
There was a good video that popped up. I think it was from the Arsenio Hall show, where Diddy's on the couch with Mike Tyson, and I guess Diddy's hand was a little too close, and Mike moves it over.
Oh, yeah.
And you could kind of look, Diddy looks a little embarrassed that he did that.
Yeah, like he knows.
There you go, yeah.
Look how old this is, too. This is like the 90s.
Yeah. Hey, look, he looks a little...
There you go. Take your hand.
Yep. Keep your hand away.
And Mike does it in a way that it feels conversational. Oh, it's the Keenan Ivory Wayans show.
Even better.
Yeah, don't get that confused. That was the hit Keenan Ivory Wayans show. Yeah. He moved. There's Diddy and Mike Tyson are on a love seat together, like one of those small couches. And Diddy, it's almost like he's inching his hand closer to Tyson's leg.
Everybody knew.
And Tyson picks up his hand, puts it on his lap, and he does it in a conversational way, and then angles himself.
Yeah.
Almost in a way I could say, I'm angling myself so I could talk to Keenan Ivory better. But in reality, I'm angling myself to say, I promise you, if you try that again, I will knock your head off your shoulders.
What's he thinking with Mike Tyson?
Did he?
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those things where maybe you have so much power that there is nothing to stop you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even consider, nope, this is not gonna go well for you.
But it's not like this is in private in the green room.
And this is 98.
This is on television.
This is 98. Diddy was only gonna get more powerful from here, and it is on television.
It was the 90s.
Wow, that's a good point too, Travis.
I wonder who the A-lister is.
It was the 90s. What's the A-lister sex tape?
Yeah.
And they say it's a male. So somebody involved, somebody that's bigger than Diddy, fame-wise.
Bigger than Diddy?
Bigger than Diddy, that's what they're saying.
Lead singer Buck Cherry?
Ooh, I hope not.
That's a possibility, but I hope
Imagine if you find out Crazy Bitch was about P. Diddy. Oh, man. I really hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the. If for nothing else, then for the sake of the lead singer Buck Cherry, because Buck Cherry rules.
All right, that's my theory.
Okay, bigger than now. Do we think this is an A-lister now or an A-lister then?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, was it an A-lister at the time of the tape, or an A-lister, or somebody who became an A-lister after?
Yep, I'm gonna go with that.
After. Do we know when the supposed tape, if it exists, was made?
We don't.
Okay. Because imagine also if we found out that when Diddy made the tape, he was cheating on J-Lo. I would add another wrinkle.
They are saying in October is the month.
The October surprise?
Is this it?
This is the.
Is it Trump?
Imagine if it was Trump. He is an A-lister.
And he is bigger than Diddy.
He's bigger than Diddy. Trump's more famous than Diddy, for sure.
Can you imagine that?
It wasn't me. Somebody else, another handsome guy with a terrific body, but not me. That would be really funny. Yeah, I don't know. How sure are we that it exists?
More than one person
is
hawking the incriminating footage, which shows a man who appears to be Combs, Diddy, having sex with a younger male.
Younger.
Okay, so it's not Trump.
Clues.
The clues. Who appears to be the A-lister. Both of their faces are clearly visible in the footage.
Okay, so they're saying appears to be in order to protect themselves because it's not like they show their ID on camera before they start. But, okay, younger than Diddy.
Younger than Diddy. So Diddy is...
Oh, good call. And by the way, who's reporting?
54.
54. Okay, so they got to be younger than 54. So who is reporting this, by the way, so we know?
This has been reported in a lot of places, just from two sources.
But they won't say who the sources are.
No.
Okay. Okay. A male, younger than 54, A-lister, or at least at one time A-lister.
I am going with your theory that he is an A-lister now.
Ooh, wow.
And was not back then.
But maybe on the road to fame and fortune.
Yes.
Right. So he has to have been around. Do we know when the tape was made?
Don't think so.
Okay.
I hope it's not Bieber.
I really hope it's not.
I mean, I really hope it's not Bieber.
Poor guy. I feel like he's just been through so much.
If it is, they need to bury that tape for the sake of him. For the sake of JB.
Yeah, but I mean, it's too many people want to see it.
And also, by the way, it'd be illegal.
Yeah. What?
What do we think?
The Post is not naming I'm reading from the New York Post. The Post is not naming the A-lister because it's unclear if he was a victim of a sex crime or if he was an adult at the time of the footage.
Which means that depending on it was on the line.
It's Bieber.
Shit.
I think the stuff with Bieber is really dark.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
There's a reason he wants nothing to do with
nothing. You won't
the entertainment industry anymore.
No, he's done.
Yeah. Yeah, and you saw I don't know if you've seen interviews that he's done that now in this new context where he was talking about Billie Eilish, who got famous when she was under 18, and how one of the things he wants to do now is find famous people, young people who get famous, and just try to protect them from the industry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a clip too that I saw circulating this weekend. I think it was Bieber with Puff with Diddy. And they're on a show, and he's saying something, and Diddy's like, "We don't talk about our parties, remember?" And he kind of scolds him, like, "We don't talk about that on air." And it's very one of those that you see now, and you're like, "Oh man, that doesn't look good."
But it was funny at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, who knows what's happening at those?
Yeah, they're so crazy. We don't talk about that. It's like, ooh.
Just like we don't talk about Bruno, right? No, not quite the same.
Or Usher. I hope it's not Usher either.
Yeah. Usher's not bigger than Diddy.
That's true. Bieber is bigger than
Usher
Diddy.
played the Super Bowl.
That is true. All right, so,
I mean, when Confessions came out,
then
for
you
that
could
period
say,
of time,
yes.
Usher was bigger than Diddy. Usher is the biggest star, the biggest music star in the country for a year.
Well, then is Bieber bigger now than...
I think so. I think Bieber is. I think Bieber is, still bigger. Yeah. Which is alarming.
That poor guy. I just, as time goes on, you just feel so bad for that guy.
You really do. And it really, makes you realize that a lot of these people who got famous young, who, when they become bratty, you talk about they're becoming such a piece of shit, and you realize, oh, no, there's probably some...
Yeah.
Even if nothing's happening to them, they're not able to mature into a human being like normal people, and that's the best case scenario. Right. There could be much worse happening.
But I think a lot of times there's predators like Diddy that are just taking advantage of these, up and coming young talent and just exploiting them and kind of promising them everything. And then, doing who knows what.
This was the clip. What was this? Kimmel, it looks like?
Yeah. Wow, you're good with your couches.
I know from the set.
Damn.
When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, that does feel like one of those things where it's like, I'm joking, but I'm not joking.
Yeah, I'm going to scold you later.
I can say this as a joke, but you and I both know.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, context means everything, doesn't it? Man. That's rough, dude.
It's Bieber.
Yeah, I think so. I hope not, though.
Man.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ever... I guess Diddy would have to be in jail, sentenced to life in prison, and then he feels safe enough to come out and tell the story.
Bieber?
Yeah, I wonder if we
maybe, but maybe P. Diddy can still call people. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's mafia guys that go to jail, and nobody ever says anything.
Yeah, it's dark.
Plus, who knows how many people... The other thing is, if P. Diddy was doing all this stuff, who knows how many people were aware that he was doing it, and the more that comes out, the more they become accomplices. So they also have a reason to not want this to come out, because nobody is coming forward and being like, you know what, I didn't say anything at the time, but I saw this, that, and this.
Yeah,
they're all in trouble.
That's what I mean.
If you're at a party and you see something illegal happening,
you got to say something,
and you don't say anything, you're guilty now too.
See something, say something.
I knew a group of friends that saw a crime happen. It was the season finale of Seinfeld. That's what I was thinking of. Sean Diddy Combs' mother defends disgraced music mogul. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe he didn't do anything. Devastated and profoundly saddened by the devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations. Well, yeah, I think it's okay for her to be profoundly sad. Although, then that video came out of her getting the IV drip at the same time he was getting the IV drip.
Yep.
Which makes me feel like, is there a possibility that mom was at least one of the freak-offs?
Well, there are rumors that she has been involved from that video and other people seeing her at places.
Freak-offs?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. What about flavor camps?
I don't know.
You can't say it. You can't speak to it.
I don't know.
If you can't speak to it, you can't speak to it, and that's fair.
She says it's heartbreaking to see my son judged, not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies.
That's a lot of lies. If it's all lies, it's prolific, the amount of lies that we have coming this way.
My son is not the monster they have painted him to be, and he deserves the chance to tell his side.
I would absolutely be willing to hear Diddy's side of this.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
It'd be very interesting.
Why all the lube?
Right. Sir, this doesn't answer why there were 1,000 bottles of baby oil in your home. I live by a Costco. By the way, did you see, too? He goes, his lawyer in one of and I believe the precedent has been set in one of the worst maybe defense in the history of defenses, told TMZ that when they asked him straight up why all the lube in P. Diddy's house, why do you have all that baby oil? He said, I don't know if it was exactly 1,000 bottles, but, which is to say, it was either 1,000 or even, it was close to 1,000. At the best, it was close. He said, Americans, that's an American thing. We love to buy in bulk. We love to buy in bulk. And, listen to him. He's great. I'm firing this guy on the spot.
8 o'clock this morning, and it's about almost 3 o'clock now. He's just laser focused. He's engaged. He's helpful. He's confident. We're going through our defense as we do every day, and his spirits are relatively good.
How do you explain the baby oil and the lubricants? 1,000.
That's a great question.
Baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know.
Oh, Americans.
And this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do.
What?
We can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no more people.
Yep, that's a good point. If it wasn't,
that's
there
a good
would be
point.
no more people. Your Honor, we need people.
We need humans. What do you not want to what are you against what type of agenda are you on?
I rest
an anti-population agenda? What is this, Your Honor? Yeah, people go, Sam, you got 600 bottles of lube in your house. What are you doing? I go, I got 3 kids. How do you think they got here?
Then Costco is pissed.
You got that's my favorite part. You got to glide and slide.
Leave us out of it,
bro. Costco actually decided to put out a statement. They announced, we can't speak to whether P. Diddy lives near a Costco or not, but he did not buy the baby oil from us. And they even put out a statement that said, we don't stock baby oil, P. Diddy. So that's a lie.
Boom!
I love that Costco came out and was like, we don't even have baby oil. We're not on your side. We're not on your team. And keep our name out your fucking mouth.
Especially because Costco's riding a great wave lately.
A great wave. They're like, right now, we have guys bragging about our double chunk chocolate cookies every time you go anywhere. I mean, we've sold more chicken bakes in the last 30 days than we have the entire time the product has existed. And you're going to put our name with this? No. We're here to bring the boom. And only bring the boom. And so they said, no. We have double chunk chocolate cookies.
$10 pizza.
$10 pizzas. We got $1.50 hot dogs. And as we discussed here on the show, the guy in charge of Costco said, I'll fucking kill you if you lower the price of that hot dog. That's what he said.
The retailer told TMZ in a statement they do not sell baby oil in any of their United States locations.
Boom. We don't even stock baby oil.
What now?
But let me ask you this. Take a bite of this chicken bake. Boom or doom?
No, you got to bite it first.
You got to bite it first. But take a bite. Take a bite. Cut. No. Step off the scale. Yeah, don't. Costco has never had a set of mascots the way they have now, who are building an entire universe.
Oh, there's lore and everything.
Oh, there's lore and there's logos. Everybody's got their own logos. Have you seen all the logos popping up for everybody? You have not?
No.
Oh, my God. Big Justice has his own logo. The Rizzler has his own logo.
Where's the Rizzler?
I don't know where the Rizzler is right now. Every time I see those kids, every time I see that dude running around with this double chunk chocolate cookie, you know what I say to myself? Where's the Rizzler? That's what I say.
Good for them.
Yeah. We bring the boom! Tommy in North Carolina?
Hey, good morning, fellas.
Morning.
So what about the whole, now they're opening up the investigation, or at least they're getting attorneys with Tupac. Wondering if, maybe Diddy was actually involved in that, in that death. And I do think this will bring out Jada Pinkett and probably have a couple more celebrities probably have some, interesting takes on that situation and kind of taking them back in time and
good call.
falling back in love with them.
I think Jada Pinkett will definitely, Yep, and I'll bet. I mean, look, I wouldn't be surprised if old is Biggie's mom still alive? Valletta Wallace, is she still alive? She's still with us? Big ups to Brooklyn.
I feel like she may have just passed, but no, either she's still alive or she is alive. Yeah,
she's alive. She's 71.
Okay,
she knows everything.
She knows everything. I bet she's waiting, biding her time. She knows because she raised her son right. She didn't like her son getting mixed up with all this nonsense. Oh, thank you, Tommy, from the northern woods of Canada as he prepares to sleep in rubber pants in the outdoors. Jim Norton is on the phone. Jim.
Do you know how miserable I am already?
Dude,
I'm not even kidding. Nobody knows what they're doing. We are just starting today. I was supposed to have a 6:30 a.m. call time. 5 a.m. the fucking producer calls me and goes, "Oh no, that's for blocking. We're downstairs." It's so far, it's a complete clusterfuck. It's everything I knew it would be, with stupid Bob in control. Bob with his fucking producer hat. I literally hope his hat gets knocked off by a fucking sledgehammer.
He really does think he's a mogul here, doesn't he? He thinks he's creating a media empire.
Do you know what he said to me last night? We met and we had something to eat, and he goes, "Hey, we're downstairs. Let's go." He said that to me on the phone. Let's go.
Oh.
Like the producer needs the fucking the talent to hurry up. It's everything I knew it would be. We're getting ready to go deeper into the woods. Like right now, we're just kind of orienting and like getting the equipment and stuff like that. But it's freezing, and I'm fucking miserable.
Dude, we were looking at the Instagram video that Bob posted saying hello to you and Yamanika, and all of us,
yeah.
Yes, and all of us were enjoying the fact that like you wanted nothing to do with any of it, even last night.
And I'm not putting it on. Like I'm not pretending.
No.
Like I love Bob. I love Yamanika, Bobby Lee, but the idea of like I hate the woods, and the fact that I am stuck here now. I guess it's going to be like a week or 2 weeks. I'm really, really unhappy. And this morning, when that producer, if I had a gun, I would have shot him. He called me 90 minutes before my call time, which is the only good thing about this so far is that I flew through immigration and customs, and Bobby came a little later and got stuck behind a plane from India and had to wait 2.5 hours in immigration.
Okay. So
are they calling me out? Next, are they doing Yamanika now? Okay. Yeah, they're just doing like a little bit of intros and stuff like that. We're literally just getting. So we haven't even gone into the woods yet.
I mean,
but I know we're going deep.
Are you going to be able to turn it on for the cameras? Like, I'm sure you're going to have to shoot confessionals and hey, this is what because you're so miserable, and you're also, I feel like, facing the reality of this for the first time. Like, you knew you were going to do this, but you didn't even really want to talk about it with us because you didn't want to mentally acknowledge it, you know?
And I also knew that if I knew too much about it, I would find a way to get out of it.
Yeah.
Like, I am not joking when I tell you I was literally hoping they would turn me away at the border yesterday. I was hoping that they would say you're not eligible to enter Canada, and I could just go home. But I couldn't back out myself because it would ruin my friendship with Bobby.
Right.
And look, this means a lot to him. But it's everything I knew it would be. The fucking costume department. They put me in a T-shirt. In a little like a hoodie, and it's freezing. So like now I'm the difficult guy on set who's complaining and wanting to go back. And where's the costume department?
Plus, you like
by the way,
you like your James Purse T-shirts.
I'm wearing one actually, but I'm wearing it over like an under thermal. Don't think I don't know that you guys are like, hey guys, let's just see how the show looks without Jim. You think I don't know? You fucking guys had your little production meeting, and you're like, you never know if they're going to cut him. Let's just see how it goes. Don't get your fucking hopes up.
First of all, do not let those woods fester into your paranoia.
I could picture the meeting on the way up with your coffees in the morning. Well, let's see how it goes. And Troy starting it from the back. hey, man, you never know. Let's just see how it feels.
Well, I will tell you that Troy did on the way in. He went, we don't have to use it, but I did adjust the theme music slightly.
Just in case. Like Mike and the Mad Dog.
Right.
I'm gone for 2 weeks.
Right.
All right, I gotta go back out. I'm actually right now in a van. On the we're at the entrance to the woods. We're not deep in the woods yet. We're just establishing certain things. But over the next few days, I know we're going to go deep, and we're going to have to sleep out here, which really sucks. It really stinks.
Well, please, any opportunity for updates, call us.
I will. And look, this has nothing to do. By the way, I almost forgot. This morning, the new podcast is going up. And our guest is Dan Soder.
Ooh.
Dan Soder was on Sword Fight, and look, everyone's plugging their own ship, but I'm telling you, Dan was hilarious.
Yeah.
He is an amazing guest. And that's it. And if you want to see me, go to jimnorton.com, which I'm not going to have many more opportunities to plug, so I'm going to call it and fucking and whore myself when I can.
Travis thinks that you're going to become a nature guy when you get back. He thinks it's going to go really well.
I'm just trying to.
Travis is. No, I understand. I got to go. They're actually calling me out there. But
Okay.
no, I'm really not. And I'm not trying to be ironic. Like, I literally hate the fucking woods. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Have a good time.
Bye, boys.
Bye. I also love, nobody thinks he's being fake about this. No. Nobody thinks that. Matt in Orlando. What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's up?
Good to hear you guys. So we know Troy has put up many numbers sexually, if you will. Do you think he ever went to a freak-off?
That's a good
Diddy's
question.
freak-off?
That's a good question. Troy really knows how to use that thing. I've heard from many people. Many people. Not anymore. Decades ago. Well, years ago. But you never got to go to... Did you ever get...
Never. I was never invited. Thankfully, I was never invited.
Thankfully. I think Troy would throw his own freak-offs. Find some kid to let them party in his house.
Kid?
Trash it.
Why?
Well, not
why
like...
did you use the word kid?
You know what? When we're talking about... I meant kid, like, somebody younger than you.
It'll be normal soon.
Not a child. Find some fan. Let them party in their house. Yeah, you can tell people you can sing back up for us. Thank you. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I was a victim.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see what this all unfolds into, because it does.
You talking about Diddy or Jim?
Both of them. I am endlessly fascinated by this Diddy case, and I am like, if there were updates every 30 minutes as to what Jim was doing in the woods,
I'm so
I'd be
conflicted
subscribed.
because I want daily updates.
Yeah.
But I also want him to not have cell phone service, because that will just add to
the misery.
Yeah. It's like
I-
Sophie's Choice.
I wonder. Well, I think Sophie's Choice was a little more dramatic,
I don't
but
know.
I wonder if
We're all addicted to our phones.
I mean, I guess so. I wonder if they'll even let them use the phones. You know what I mean? Like, maybe once they get in the woods, they'll take the phones away.
So you have no contact with the outside world.
Oh, grumpy Jim getting called at 5 o'clock in the morning. He wanted every minute of sleep that he could get. If
I mean,
the call
that's
was
a
6:30.
big difference.
5 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. That's human to inhumane.
Yeah.
Like 6:30 a.m. is early, but people do it. 5 a.m. when you're expecting 6:30 a.m. is that miserable, got to wake up and go to the airport hour.
Yeah.
He's miserable.
Maybe the worst is behind him.
I think the worst is in front of him.
All right.
He's been in a hotel.
It's been gravy up to this point.
Yeah, it's actually been fantastic so far. I don't think the fear of the unknown is what's been troubling him. I think it's the known. It's what he's going to do. Yeah, it's going to suck bad. It's going to suck shit, as a matter of fact.
I'm going to hold out hope.
All right. Well, let's take a break. Welcome back. Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. I watched a YouTube documentary about the rise and fall of the Spice Girls. And apparently there were rumors of a relationship between Ginger and Scary. Did you know that?
I did not, but that's kind of exciting.
It's very exciting. And they said that was one of the things that led to Ginger, Ginger Jerry. she left the group. She was the first to leave the group.
Right.
And they were saying that was part of it. That, there was, that complicated things a little bit when that relationship came to an end. I didn't know that, though. Not until I saw this.
But it makes sense, when you're on the road with somebody and you're,
seeing each other all the time.
Yep.
Living the fast life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Top of the world.
Top of the world.
Is that what led to the downfall of Black Caviar?
Is there a downfall?
Aren't you guys still active?
Very much so.
Okay.
You guys are still a happy couple?
We are.
Yeah.
Just actually put out a new song. It's great.
What's it called?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Ginger and who? Scary?
Ginger and Scary, I believe, was the couple that it was rumored. Never proven, never factually, nobody ever confirmed.
And you got this
it.
information from a YouTube
documentary.
Okay, just
yes.
sure.
A YouTube documentary about the rise and the fall of the Spice Girls.
It wasn't just fame became too much?
No, because Ginger didn't leave the Spice Girls to go live a private life. Ginger went.
Scary Spice confirmed that she once hooked up with Ginger Spice.
All right, so see, Travis always trying to destroy somebody's credibility. You sure it wasn't just because they were tired of fame? Yeah. Ginger left the Spice Girls to go start a solo career because she didn't want to be famous. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
She was also the older one, right?
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
That's a little rude.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to do that to women.
Menopause? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she was that old.
Troy, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't think she was that old, but that is an issue.
Well, that is something that women go through. I don't think anybody is claiming that menopause doesn't exist. I just don't think in this instance there's any evidence that it had anything to do with it.
Maybe it caused tension.
It wasn't menopause. I mean, they were young women.
Well, you can say that their periods were all in sync, so it's probably they're all menstruating.
Yeah, but you could say that about In Sync as well.
Their periods were in sync?
I think so. That's why they called them that.
They were boys.
Yeah, I think so.
Boys can have menopause.
100%.
Menstruate.
Not back then.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
It was the 90s. It was the 90s. There's a lot going on, but that wasn't part of it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got to the bottom of a lot of stuff about the Spice Girls. So if you guys ever and throughout, it doesn't have to be today, but if there's any questions about the Spice Girls, I probably have the answers.
Just a documentary on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to dig that up.
I mean, a guy just made it. It wasn't what I mean? It was like a guy just took a bunch of stuff and put voiceover under it, but he seemed to know his shit.
He figured out a lot of stuff, apparently.
He seemed to really have a handle on it. It struck me as well researched.
Was it called Raw Spice?
No.
But documentary from 2000. I don't
know. No. It wasn't a real documentary that was then
How
uploaded
the Spice
to
World
YouTube.
came crashing down.
Maybe. It was like somebody just made it one day and put it on YouTube. Like the guy whose channel it was just made this documentary. Whatever. It was great though. It was really good. Learned a lot. Girl power and the like.
I didn't know you had so much free time.
I got a lot of free time. I got nothing but free time. No, I watch them when I'm driving. I was driving somewhere. I threw on the Spice Girls doc because it's like, what was with I knew about the rise, but the fall was curious to me.
And you wanted to know what they really, really wanted.
Yeah, because they had said they were going to tell me.
Yeah, I get that.
And I had never really found out. But
I'd like to know how you got there.
Yeah.
Like, how did you let's watch this Spice Girls documentary on YouTube?
Because, I know how Mike got to playing that song. We referenced them earlier.
Right.
That wasn't...
You see, I got the logic chain leads you there naturally.
Yeah.
No, I think, I'm sure that it just... I don't know what it was in my algorithm that would have said, okay, Sam would love this. But my algorithm knows me pretty well. And, I mean, I watch a lot of these docs. They're not all about pop stars. But... yeah, it just popped up under whatever I was watching, and I looked at the thumbnail, and I said, yeah, that looks like something that would absolutely appeal to me.
Yeah, I got an hour.
Well, I didn't know how long I had. Traffic, you can't predict that
stuff.
right,
you were in traffic.
I was driving.
Yeah.
I was driving somewhere important, I'm sure. And when I got there, I'm sure I wanted to talk to whoever I was seeing about the Spice Girls.
Probably Connecticut.
Probably Connecticut. There's a good chance there was Connecticut, and there's a good chance that I didn't know if the drive was going to take me 25 minutes or an hour and a half. Because a beautiful I-95. Have you seen, by the way, on the way to Connecticut, there's now a sign that says, now entering Connecticut, home of the pizza capital of America?
I saw that. New York was pissed.
I mean, it's a hostile sign. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're looking for a fight.
Pepe's is good.
Yeah. Z in New Jersey has a great question. What's up, Z?
Hey guys,
Hey.
didn't Ginger Spice do Playboy?
I believe Ginger did do Playboy. Yes.
See?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
She might have been doing something with Scary.
You think anybody who does Playboy is having affairs with members of their band? I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I mean, hey.
Right.
But,
Okay.
just saying, I mean, she's the one who could have been with another female.
I figured she did Playboy because she was the one that left the Spice Girls, but also could be because she hooked up with Scary. I'm not, yeah. Look, I'd like it to be true as much as you would.
Watch out, boys. Be good.
See you later. Wow. I love the enthusiasm. That's great. I mean, you went to some concerts over the weekend, Travis?
Yeah, a few.
You went to see to see Vampire Weekend all weekend is a little ironic.
It was a Vampire Weekend.
That's what I mean.
Right?
Saturday and or whatever, Friday and Saturday?
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So it was Vampire Weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it good?
It's great. But I love them. They're like a top 15, we'll say, band.
That's not exactly love.
10, maybe.
You love
I would have
15 bands?
Sure.
Love.
Yes.
So you're like one of those like polyamorous types.
I like music.
So when it comes to music, you're like a Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just fuck them all.
So all the bands are like your sister wives. Okay. All right. You do. You have like a little cult. You're like David Koresh with your bands.
That's right.
I love all of you.
I'm going to murder them all.
That's right. Well, no, the government did, not him. Yeah. But I love all of you. And the bands are like, there's 15 of us. Yes, my children. Yes, my children.
Well, I didn't want to be so bold as to say top 10 when I didn't really think about it.
But you would be so bold as to say, I love them.
Yeah,
wow.
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. You love 15 bands. Good for you.
At least.
Maybe 20?
At least 20.
Could you say you love 20 bands? Like love?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Easy. You can't?
Yeah, it's easy.
20
love?
bands?
No, I don't.
20 bands.
I don't think I love 20 bands. No. I like 20 bands.
20 artists?
Love?
Like,
no.
You can consider, like Jay-Z a band.
Yeah.
He's an artist.
Yeah. You don't love...
As of now, I love him. As of now.
As of now. Things could change.
I'm not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We talked about Diddy earlier. I don't want to even bring it up.
Okay.
Today, I love Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Love.
Jack White.
Love Jack White.
Rob Zombie.
Love Rob Zombie.
White Zombie.
Are we including?
That's a little. We're stretching a little bit there.
Okay,
I mean, I'm not. I don't love Sean Yassault.
How do you not love Sean Yassault?
I mean, I like Sean Yassault, but I don't. Right. So that's 3.
That's 3.
I love
Natalie Imbruglia.
Yep.
That's 4.
I mean, I guess it's just the one.
Silverchair's 5.
I don't love Silverchair. You can't go. I'm not just because they're married.
Meredith Brooks is
I know
6.
love Silverchair. This Aussie over here, he's fucking. That's
speaking his language.
Silverchair's their national. Everybody in Australia, they sing Waltzing Matilda and Silverchair. That's what they love.
I think tomorrow is the national anthem, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, yes, it is. Because they all love. And the flag of Australia is that frog that was on the CD.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
No,
but 6.
By the way, Nelly and
Bizkit, 7.
I do love Limp Bizkit.
Lisa Loeb, 8.
No, I don't love Lisa Loeb. I like Lisa Loeb.
Bullshit.
I love Michelle Branch.
Okay, Michelle Branch.
Ani DeFranco.
That's 8.
No, I don't. I
love Ani
don't
DeFranco.
love. There's too many songs that I don't particularly like to say that I love. Like Natalie Imbruglia. That's a one song for me. Now, I've never actually heard any other Natalie Imbruglia songs.
So you love her.
So I love 100% of the songs I've heard from Natalie Imbruglia. So yes, I do love Natalie Imbruglia.
Weird Al. That's 9.
I can't say I love Weird Al. I appreciate and like and respect Weird Al.
Okay.
And I think you put some people on that list that I don't. I like.
Name one.
Well,
you can't see Kanye. That's 10.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's
you love Kanye.
He's music.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, the music. Yeah.
Kanye's
music.
That's 10.
But you put Natalie Imbruglia on there too.
We're halfway there.
And did you take Lisa Loeb off?
Yes, I replaced Lisa Loeb with
Michelle Branch.
With Michelle Branch.
Michelle Branch deserves to be on the list.
Yeah, we got to 10 without even thinking about it.
Yeah,
you thought a lot about it.
I did. That took me less than a minute.
Quick.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this is easy.
All right. Maybe I have more room for love in my heart than I realized.
20 bands to love is not crazy at all.
No. It's just a lot of bands. It's just a lot to. It's love.
It's not a lot.
Okay.
Have you watched 20 movies? Do you love 20 movies?
course you do.
Yeah, I guess I love 20 movies.
Yeah, see, it's not hard.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So you love Vampire Weekend.
Love Vampire Weekend. 5 great albums. Can't think of a song that I don't like.
See, that to me is the love thing, is that if you love a band, you have to, there can't be really any songs that you specifically don't like.
Sure there can.
If you love them,
yeah,
that you're like, I don't like, not to say that, oh, I'm not really going to listen to that song, but to hear a song and go like, I don't like this song.
I haven't thought that.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. No, they're great. They're one of these bands that puts on a different set every night.
That's what I was going to ask too.
Yeah.
Was the point for a lot of people to see Vampire Weekend all weekend?
Originally, it was 2 shows, no repeats. Since they have a new record out, they kind of walked that back and said, like, well, we do want to play new songs for people that are only going one night. So I would say like 80% of the second day was different.
That's okay.
Which is great.
Yeah, that's good.
It's still like 50 songs total, and like 8 of them were repeats, maybe. I love shit like that.
Where'd they play?
The Garden. World's most famous arena.
Oh, wow. 2 nights at the Garden. Did you buy merch?
Not 2 nights. 1 night, 1 matinee.
Oh, I didn't realize they were doing a matinee.
You know how long it's been since I've left a show and it's been light out?
Oh my God, that's so weird. Like, it's weird enough going to a movie and it's still light out, but a concert?
We left, they had ended at 4 o'clock yesterday.
Wow, that's weird.
Wonderful.
It was awesome.
I mean, it is like paradise when you get home and you're eating dinner at home.
Yeah.
And you're like, I get to go to bed at normal time, not psychotic, Mike Montone, I got to watch my Cowboys time.
Until 3 in the morning?
Yeah.
Here, listen to my day yesterday.
Okay, I'm ready.
We drive into the city.
Ooh, that's fun.
No traffic because it's early.
Good.
What time does the show start?
It started at 11:30. They went on at 1:30.
That's
awesome.
fucking nuts.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It reminded me of the old, hardcore matinees that you would go to at, like, community colleges. 11:30 the show started. We didn't go into, 12:30.
Because you're cool.
Well, we had to eat our lunch first.
Right, have a little after. Where'd you go for lunch?
Raising Cane's.
Nice.
Oh!
Times Square?
No, there's a Raising Cane's in the LIRR.
Oh! Wow!
Had some delicious chicken tenders.
Good for you.
Oh.
Went in with a full belly.
Did you get no coleslaw, double toast?
I got the coleslaw.
Okay.
I fucks with the coleslaw.
All right.
Yeah.
Some people do.
I don't judge you if you do. If you get the double toast, I'm not judging.
I always go double toast.
Because the double toast, that's the dessert portion. I eat that after I'm done with the fries and the tenders.
You do? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you don't want to fill up on the carbs.
Well, I know I'm not going to fill up. I'm a man. I can eat.
And it's a thick bread.
It's a thick bread.
Mm-hmm. That's how they do it in Texas.
Then we go to a show.
See Vampire Weekend on a Sunday.
Vampire Weekend on a Sunday afternoon.
Like it's church.
And then we're home by 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, you're home.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Sounds like a great day.
It was a great day. Wow. It was a great weekend. Yeah.
Wow. And then just thinking about what a wonderful time you'd had the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Also seeing Vampire Weekend.
Yeah.
Did you get any merch?
Yeah.
Oh, what a guy. What a guy.
Special merch just for the shows?
Just for you.
You gotta love that.
Yeah. Different merch for different shows? Or merch for the weekend?
They had merch for the weekend.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Still fun.
Get yourself a special t-shirt.
Special tea.
Buy a couple $20 beers.
Oh, yeah.
Which my daughter thought was just insane. She's like, I'm never drinking. Like, that's crazy.
20. Yeah, well.
That's a lot for a beer.
And she still got quite a few years before she's ready to start buying alcohol. It's going to be even more expensive.
She's like, you guys spent $80 on beer tonight. I'm like, yeah, that's.
And you're like, yeah, guess what? Your parents are alcoholics.
Well, no, I don't think 2 beers.
We need to get fucked
over the
up.
course of
you know what I mean?
3 hours qualifies as
Can you imagine being out with your daughter and you have to get fucked up? Like, Travis has a real problem. He's like, regardless of cost.
Sam, I don't think you know what a beer does.
Oh, it fucks you up something royal. Regardless of cost. Because you'll see it, Intern Dom. You'll see it all over his Instagram. Every weekend, he's drinking the hard stuff at home. And he goes to these concerts with his daughter, and he gets all fucked up on expensive beer.
She had to drive home.
She has to drive them home. She's 14. She doesn't even know how to drive. She's got to drive them home because trust me when I tell you, safer for that 14-year-old to drive than this one when he's on the sauce.
She's going to have to do it on Wednesday when we all go out again.
Oh, my God. What are you doing on Wednesday?
Billie Eilish.
Oh, not Billie Eyelashes.
It's going to be great. I can't wait.
Billie, you're going to be.
I love her, too. See, that's 2 bands right there. 2 artists.
You can be all fucked up at the Billie Eilish show.
I'll probably have a beer.
Looking like Josh Hartnett at what's it, M. Night Shyamalan's daughter's concert.
It's going to be a late night. He's still going to come in sauced.
Oh, he's going to be, he's not even going to be hungover. He's going to be sweating out the booze. We're going to smell it on him.
The whole studio is going to smell like alcohol.
It really is becoming.
From the one beer?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I had one, maybe two. That, you know what I mean?
The whole place smells.
We can smell it on
through
you.
your pores.
Have the hard stuff on the way home.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
And be honest.
Go ahead.
Can you smell it on me today?
A little.
We did, yeah. We actually.
Troy and I discussed that.
Yeah, we were like, man, he kind of stinks a little bit today.
Yeah. I said, well, we've known he's had a problem for quite some time. Takes his daughter out to these concerts, gets all sauced up.
And she's got to drive home.
Oh, yeah. She's going to have a lot of stories to tell a therapist one day.
I thought it was a happy event that the family was a
Because
part
that's
of.
what they all say. Oh, I'm a functioning alcoholic. Oh, really?
I don't have a problem.
Oh, really? Yeah, I actually drive better. Oh, you do? Oh, really? I've never heard that before.
No, I already said I don't drive. Riley drives.
Oh. She's sitting there, and you know why. She's trying to get so good at track and field.
So she can run away.
She's trying to
Get the hell
escape.
out of here.
She's trying to escape. This is like the new Precious. You ever see that movie? She's just trying to escape.
Oh, Dom, can you go get hot dogs from the line? He wants us to hurry. Well, I may have given him the impression that the guest is going to be here a lot earlier.
Oh, that's pretty funny that
and
you
I
did
need
that.
him to set up.
That's pretty funny that you did that.
Yeah, but I don't think 2 beers is a problem. I think you both don't drink and you don't know.
I think number one, you're lying.
You think I'm? I wish I could afford more than 2 beers at a concert.
I mean, $40 for 2 drinks
It's
is
insane.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know why you bother.
No, well, he's got a problem.
That's why edibles are great. You just take a half edible, just
I
kind
think
of
you have a problem then too.
with an edible.
Yeah.
You think Troy's addicted to marijuana?
Absolutely.
Do you ever worry you're addicted to marijuana?
I don't feel like it's an addiction.
Okay.
It's a gateway drug.
Do you worry that
Yeah,
it's
but
a
if
gateway?
I haven't gone through the gate, I mean, I've been through the gate. I backed up.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, this ain't for me.
You went through the gate, then you came out through
right
the gate
back.
again. It's an entrance and an exit. Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to dip my foot in the water over here.
Not a problem. And then you went on a road trip this weekend, huh?
I did.
Where did you go?
I went to Pennsylvania.
Oh, Dutch country?
Yeah, I was out there.
Hey.
Like Pottstown.
Did you go to the Amish buffet?
No, unfortunately, did not. Went to this place, Arnold's. It's actually a pretty good spot. It's out there, like Lansdale area, sort of like Pottstown area.
Sure.
It's this like complex. This guy gutted this complex and put in like go-karts and bowling alley, and so it was quite an adventure.
What, did you go out there to see family?
My partner, Jared in Black Caviar,
Nice.
started a fun 90s cover band.
Nice.
Just for fun?
Yeah, it's like all dads.
That's
you know what I
awesome.
mean? And they're just like, hey, let's just get together and rock out on some 90s tunes. And they're all good. Like all the musicians that he plays with are really good guys. And they played some awesome songs and then did that. And then
Did you know a lot of them?
Yeah, Stone Temple Pilots, Foo Fighters,
Hell yeah.
Bush,
All bands you love, right?
Yes,
It's
I
not
was-
crazy to say that.
Meat Puppets. No, it was all great songs. It was all like fun.
Weirdo over here.
Why are you getting so defensive?
How do you possibly love 20 bands?
You know what? He's cranky.
Why?
Because he's hungover.
Because the alcohol's wearing off.
He's going through withdrawals.
Yeah, he is. He's got the shakes.
You see me over here shaking?
Would it be great if Travis started having to carry a flask with him just to kind of toot off of everything?
Yeah.
It's not just to keep his nerves down.
I think he should. I think we should put a flask over there, and anytime he gets cranky, like, we're not even talking about, like, all I did was question it. We had a nice conversation. We moved on.
That
He's
wasn't
back
a nice
to, like,
conversation. What are you talking about?
he's back to, you can love as many bands as you want. All right, dude, fine.
Take a toot off the flask.
Exactly.
Relax a little bit.
Exactly. Take a sip.
Hey, take a toot.
Take a sip. And it's not even like that we want him all just to even out.
Yeah, just stay calm. We got to get through. We got another hour to go.
Because when you got a problem,
I don't
sometimes
think I have a problem.
sometimes you just got to get to zero. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Take a sip to get to zero.
Man, maybe I just don't see it.
It's like when you're hungover, they tell you to start drinking again. They
Right.
get you to the hangover.
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean, old matinee beers over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having a drink at a concert.
That's right. Singing. Sunday morning coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot dog, you better hurry up.
Don't let him stress you out, Hot
How
Dog.
you doing today? Oh, Jesus.
You got VHS pants on today?
What the
hell are you wearing? Do not have time.
He wears VHS pants because he wanted to impress the filmmaker. Oh yeah, he did.
Hey, I like physical media too.
He's like, I'm putting my VHS pants on today. I wonder what would
never worn those in your life.
I wonder what would possess somebody to buy some.
Happens to buy new clothes every now and then.
I wonder what would possess somebody to buy themselves some VHS pants.
I know.
What?
Wants to impress a film director?
You think so?
I think I went on Amazon or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. He searched VHS pants. They got any VHS pants on Amazon? Yep. His pants, they look like a box of a VHS tape. I think they're cool. Don't let these guys give you a hard time.
You think they're cool?
Yeah.
I do.
I'm not asking Troy. Sam, you think they're cool?
100%.
You would wear them?
What? What was the second? I didn't hear the...
You would wear them?
Huh?
He pulls them off, though.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I said does he. I meant he does.
I'm zoned in. I'm not listening to this. Smart.
He's zoned in.
Don't listen to these guys.
Right. They wouldn't know fashion if it hit him in the head. You know what I mean?
Better hurry up.
I'm trying.
What do you think? He wears VHS pants for no reason? Okay? This guy's going to be ready to go. He's not running an SLP. He's running an SP. High quality.
How much time we got on those pants?
T120, baby. 120 minutes. But you could stretch it out. The quality will suffer, but you could stretch it out. Let me tell you something about HotDog in his pants. There's no tracking issues whatsoever.
Troy, pull those pants down.
What the hell?
That'd be mean. I wouldn't do that to you.
You know, it's a bad suggestion, but old glug over there. You know what I mean?
Haven't seen a good pantsing in years.
Well, I know, Mike. Yeah, I know you're getting excited. We're not going to do it.
See? Mike knows.
We're not going to do it.
Troy. Pants him.
I can't do that to the Dizzle.
His judgment is bad,
Yeah,
and you know why.
It's impaired.
And oh yeah,
impairment begins at the first drink.
Oh yeah.
I saw a bumper sticker that once said that.
You bet it does. Travis saw that once on a parked car. He pissed on the car. Yeah.
What's that, buddy? What'd you say?
Can we turn the light on so...
All right, look. All right, we're going to take a break, okay? Yeah. You can set up in peace, HotDog, without these guys harassing you.
Better hurry.
Hope it's a piece of ass. We'll take a break. Damien Leone's coming in here, director, creator, writer of Terrifier 3. I can't wait to talk to him. I'm so excited.